Hello, this is One-Eyed Owl, and yeah, this is Dinomist Synchro. And this is extremely annoying because Mr. Weed has decided that I do not have recording software. So, I have to do it while he's looking at it. So if the timing's off, deal with it. So yeah. Yep, there you go. Deal with it, scrubs. You're here for a deck profile, you'll get a deck profile. Now, I'll start with Ancient Gearbox. It's mainly a target for Gear Guy Augur, even Gear Gigant X if you want, just for additional pluses. Ancient Gearbox can search Deskplot 001, it can search Nishipachi, and even another Gear Guy Augur if you really want him to set up for next turn. And the next one is Deskplot 001. Holy shit. This card is amazing in Dynamist. Every time you Pendulum summon 2 or more of your Dynamists, you can special summon him as well from your graveyard. That means Synchro for 6, do it again, and again, and again. He also gains 500 for every machine, and since you can Pendulum 4 Dynamists, no problem late game, that means 3000 beatstick that you can normal summon and summon repeatedly. Also searchable by tons of ways. The next one is Gear Guy Accelerator. He's only really used to search with Gear Guy Augur thingy for a quick Gear Gigant X. Because, you know, searches. Next one is Gear Guy Augur. He is the heart of the mini searching engine we have. When he's normal summoned, you can add 1 level 4 Earth Machine type monster from your deck to your hand. If you can, you'll add box, then add whatever you like. Or if you want a quick Gear Gigant X, you can go Gear Guy Augur, Gear Guy Accelerator, detach from Gear Gigant X, then you can search Ancient Gearbox, and Ancient Gearbox searches another one. Basically, a whole shit ton of searches in one card. I'm pretty sure you'll go like +3. Wait, do the math on that.
There's plenty of math.
Yep, we're gonna have math.
Yeah, it's pretty much +3.
Alright, +3. But yeah, you get the point. Great card, beautiful. And the next one, this is our bitch, Nishipachi. What is there really to say? He is literally how we can run the Karakuri draw engine. We synchro him with... yeah, synchro everywhere. We synchro him with any level 5 Dynamists for Bure, use Bure, and special summon Bure in defense. Yeah, we'll get onto him later. Then special summon another Nishi from deck, change Bure, draw 1 card. Now if you can Pendulum 3 level 5 Dynamists and normal summon a Nishipachi, then you have triple Bure and an extra level 4 tuner. Nice job! That brings us on to our next tuner of the deck, which is Saizan. Saizan is mainly there just in case you don't... yeah, Robodog. He's there in case you don't have access to a Nishi, and he's great for using the level 4s like Terran, and yeah. I've never found a need for more than 2 though, and he's a great target when you run out of targets for Bure. And yeah, that brings us on to the Dynamists. Brachion. I run him because he's a scale 6. Yes, water robots, it's to do with steam and all that. Anyway. So yeah, Dynamist Brachion. He's got the same effect of the Pendulum Zone that every Scale 6 does, and that's when another Dynamist card you control will be targeted, you can negate it, then destroy Brachion. When you use either of the Pendulum effects while charge is on the field, it just gets nuts. But anyway, we use him at 3 for his monster effects. We can always Pendulum summon early game, and if they have something on board, you can just special summon him, normal Anishi, and boom, instant burritos. Anyway, the next one is Placios. He's another scale 6, always great. He's also a level 4, which makes him You spelled negators wrong, but okay. I'm not even sure negators is a word. But, yeah. You piss off. Anyway. So, Plesios, he's a level 4. He's searchable by Gear Gigant X. He's a scale 6. He's absolutely great. His monster effect is just icing on the cake. Everything they control will lose at least 100 from him being on the field. While you have charge and 2 pendulum scales, which you normally will, it doesn't seem like much, but trust me, against some of the monsters, that can be the difference between winning and losing. Anyway, the next one is Terra. He's got the same scale 3 effect as every other Dynamist pendulum, and he is also our secondary searcher behind charge. Ah, can he spell this? Yeah, he can spell this time. Anyway. Yeah, the searcher of searching. Anyway, he's another thing you can synchro with. You can XZ with him, just like Plesios. Overall, just a great card. And a 1800 beatstick that gains pluses when it runs over something is never unwelcome. Anyway, the next one is Dinomist Rex. What is there to say? He is the heart and soul of Dynamist. Yeah, even Weed loves Rex. He has the pendulum effect, that's the same as all the scale 6s, and the monster effect, if Weed would kindly move over it, that after he's attacked, you contribute another Dynamist monster and pick one. This card can make a second attack and deal piercing, or you can shuffle one card from your opponent's hand or side of the field into the deck, then it gains 100. Now the first effect can be used very well for OTKs, and the second effect... Bro, this is Ignister. This is Ignister on legs. And something that not many people realize, if we scroll up a bit, just a tiny bit, yeah. It isn't limited to once per turn. For OTKs, you can use Rex any number of times to keep making attacks. And yeah, overall, great card. You can synchro for infinity. You can synchro for infinite, overlay for infinity. You can synchro for Bure. Just a great card. And that brings us on to the next Dynamist monster. That's our main beatstick, Spinos. The only OCG in the deck, yes. I tried to keep it TCG, but Spinos was too good not to run. He is like Rex. He is a giant beatstick you can pendulum summon. He's a scale 3. Can overlay him for infinity, but his effects are the good part. He's like Rex. You can tribute one other Dynamist monster, except this one isn't while it's attacking, so be careful with that. You've got to do it during your main phase. This turn, this card can attack directly over any monsters. Yeah, it's essentially Nightmare Shark, but better. And this turn, this card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Now, again, he's like Rex. You're not limited to one of them per turn. You can use both and attack directly for 5,000. If you have limiter removal, you win. GG, bro. Anyway, the final Dynamist Pendulum monster. Oh, Shopweed, you love it. Anyway, next is next and last, Dynamist Stegosaur. Well, he's great removal for one, his monster effect. He's a level 4 for Gear Gigant and synchroing with Sizan. And he can also... It'll be used with Nishi if you're in a tight spot for Moonlight and Clearwing. Yeah, it's just a searchable scale with removal. Why wouldn't you run it? And we're on to the spells. We run a really high monster count though, due to... Well, you don't want to be stuck with a dead hand with this deck, trust me. Yeah, basically access summoning. Anyway, Dynamist Charge. In any Dynamist deck, run 3 or run home. He is a searcher and his second effect is godly. Once per turn, if a Dynamist card is added from the field to your extra deck face up, you can add one of them to hand. That doesn't seem very strong. Yep. Not just scale 6, scale 3 as well. Because even if they try to MST your charge, you can activate your scale 6 and use Dynamist charge, so essentially they just wasted an MST and you just get your scale 6 back to your hand. And even when you're synchroing with their monsters, the Dynamist material will just come back to your hand. Absolutely godly. Why not run 3? Next one is Kaiser Colosseum. If I could, I would run 3. Yeah, just in case. Now, one of the most cruel combos I've found is Kaiser Colosseum and Dynamist Rush. Activate Kaiser Colosseum, set Dynamist Rush, flip Dynamist Rush, congratulations. They can summon one monster during their entire turn, and they can't get rid of your one. Unless they happen to know how to normal summon at 2,600. Yeah, you mad, bro? But yeah, I would run 3 if I could, but space issues. And absolutely godly against stuff like Pepe this format. Just great. Anyway, next is our only limited card, and if you need an explanation for this, kindly stop watching this deck profile. Shut up, weed. Extra deck doesn't count. Anyway, on to the traps, which we only run 6 of because it's a heavily offensive deck. It's like mermails, you don't run traps. Anyway, we have Dynamist Rush. Elegant Egotist on steroids. Basically, special summon one Dynamist from your deck, and if you do, it's unaffected by other card effects. But it's destroyed during the end phase. Now, I already explained this thing with Kaiser, but this is essentially a free resource from your deck. Why would you not run 3? But anyway, on to the last trap, Fiendish Chain. 3 is, well, it's just a personal preference really. We're a beatdown deck, and yeah, basically I would much rather run that over Effect Veiler. Screw all you people who do, it's a minus. Damn it, it's a minus. Anyway, yeah, Fiendish Chain is down to personal preference. If you want to replace that with any other staple traps like Solemn Notice, it's Solemn Notice and we all know it. Anyway, if you want to replace that, go ahead. Anyway, we're on to the extra deck. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's Moonlight. Like, seriously. It's amazing. It is essentially a compulse for level 5 or higher monsters every turn. It's godly. Anyway, the ways you normally synchro it is with one of your level 4 Dynamist and your Nishi, if you don't have access to a level 5. And the same method is used with our next synchro, which is Clearwing Synchro Dragon. It is legendary, this form. Yeah, the bacon and the eggs. That's what BAE stands for. You use it, and boom. That Clearwing can kill some decks on his own. Single-handed. No explanation really needed. Read the effect if you really care. Anyway, next synchro is one that most 90% of decks won't run. Dueling. Dynamist is the reason Dueling is limited, is the way I think of it. Yeah. Also, I've sworn already in this video, so don't censor. It looks stupid. That doesn't mean try, lol. Anyway, the main way you're gonna synchro him is Deskpaw 001. We only run one of him, so it doesn't sound very consistent, but dude, we have Ancient Gearbox, Gear Guy Augur, Gear Guy Gant X. We have a plethora of ways we can search him. And yes, I did just check the dictionary for that one. Anyway, Dueling has the effect that once per turn you can return any number of face-up cards you control back to your hand, and for each of those, Dueling gains 500. That sounds not terribly strong in some decks, but in Dinomist it is simply godly. Return your scales back to hand, just for an extra 1,000. Boom, 3,000 beatstick. If you can return a charge, no minus at all, exactly. If you can return a charge, you actually plus from it. It is utterly godly. And all the Dynamists are water, so the synchro requirements are easy as pie. Anyway, that moves on to our next synchro. Ignister. This guy is... Alright, I'm sorry all you Quasar players and all that. Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, Ignister is probably the best synchro in the game right now. Once per turn, you can target one Pendulum monster on the field, or one card in the Pendulum zone, destroy it, and if you do, shuffle one card on the field into the deck. That's non-targeting, non-destroying removal that is just ridiculous. If you're playing against a Pendulum deck, you can actually pop one of their scales to shuffle their other one. It's absolutely insane. Summoning requirements are not even funny how easy it is. A Nishi with one of your level 5s, or a Saizan with one of your level 4s. Too easy. Anyway, we move on to the draw engine for the deck. Bure. Karakuri, Steel Shogun, blah blah blah, Buredo. We just call him Bure. Yeah. If you have a decent hand, you can easily summon all 3 Bure, draw 3 cards, and then leave your opponent to deal with that. And if they don't get rid of every single one on their turn, you are going to plus. It's just that easy. Bure and Nishi are such a great combo in Dynamist. You can use however many level 5 Dynamists you can Pendulum with a Nishi in your hand is how many Bures you can make. If you can Pendulum 3 while you have a Nishi in your hand, you can make 3 Bures. Utterly insane, beautiful card, replenishes himself so easily it's not funny. It's amazing. It's the heart and soul of the deck. Anyway, next one is my favorite card. Metaphysaurus. Yeah, underdog. This guy is legendary. And with Despot 001, easy as hell to make. After you've made your Dueling, next turn, Pendulum 2, if they're still alive, Pendulum 2 of your Dynamist, boom! You have this guy. This guy has 3 effects. The first one we don't use, the second one and third one are what we're looking at. Sorry. Metaphysaurus. We only really use him for his second and third effects, but those effects are godly. We can use both the second and the third effect when we synchro him with a Dynamist, which we do 99.9% of the time. The one where he's used as an effect monster, target one face-up card on the field, negate that target's effects. Seriously, this can stop decks dead in their tracks. Like Kaiser Coliseum for Boojins, no, don't care. Anything they really need, floodgates, monsters, done. The third effect is why it's my favorite monster in the game. Third effect is that when it's synchro summoned using a Pendulum monster, your opponent chooses one monster they control and gives control of it to you, but it cannot attack this turn. Now, I have stolen Turbo Towers more times than I can count with that effect. Yeah, Mr. Steal Your Monster. Anyway, he can steal Rage Raptor Ultimate Falcon. He can steal anything. If they only have one giant beatstick on the field, then you can Stardust Dragon. It's one of the older cards, but honestly, there come times when we have an extra Nishi and an extra Dynamist level 5. This helps protect your booties, so they can't just top deck Rigeki. Trust me, that's happened to me. I cry every time. But with Stardust, nah, you're all good. Anyway, we move on to the XCs. The first XCs is Audreus, Keeper of Armageddon, whatever it is. It's got a really simple effect. Once per turn, detach to target one face up, destroy it. Its simplicity is what makes it good, really. Yeah, simple and effective. Most of the time you won't make it unless you really need to, because personally I would rather have a Rex and a Spinos than just this guy. But it's there if you need it. Anyway, the next one. Castell, Staple. If we have to go over this, I don't even go over this one. If you don't know this one, screw you. Anyway, next one. Cyber Dragon Nova and Cyber Dragon Infinity. Nova, we don't really care about. We just use him to get Infinity. Obviously, all the Dynamists are level 5. And, yeah, making Nova is... Well, not all the Dynamists are level 5. Ignore me, I'm a scrub. But, yeah, Nova is easy to make, and Infinity is an incredible boss monster. Absorb their shit and use it to negate them. Epic. Anyway, the last XC that we have 2 of, due to its importance, is Gear Gigant X. This guy is... Yeah, he is essentially your primary method of searching with all the level 4s you can run. So yeah, that was Dinomist Synchro. Thanks for listening, and yeah, my name is One-Eyed Owl, this was Clan Hunter Weedman. Look us up on DN, and if you like the deck, let us know. Please, thank you, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, because the Clan Hunters are attention whores, especially Weed. Anyway, peace out.